Yes, we're into that part of the program, which is Kade's favorite stretch. We're in the home stretch, and we have with us the artist of the week. Well, you've been listening to his music all day, and unfortunately, he's chosen not to live with us anymore. He doesn't live in Nigeria. But his music just takes me way, way back, and I remember people like Earl Klug, and I remember George Benson and all that, and I'm saying, this guy is a Nigerian.
Yeah, he is indeed.
Yes, he's a Nigerian, and he's right here in the studio. Adekunle Ayodeji.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
And thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, sadly, he decided to trek down to South Africa about 12 years ago. He's a singer, he's a songwriter, he's a guitarist, and he's played with people like Lagbaja.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the Lagbaja.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose to leave all that behind him and run off to South Africa. And he'll be telling us why right now.
Well, after working with Lagbaja, before then I've had the privilege of working with numerous artists. I started with Chief Ebenezer Obey when he started the gospel outfit, and his son Tolu Obey and I were the guitarist in the band at the time. And I then worked with Compassion Band, Orphanage Home in Ilukbeju, worked with different churches, worked with Gloria Ebru. She had a band called G-Notes, and we would back people like Daniel Wilson, Daddy Shoki, all these great artists. But, my hunger and my quest for what I do, beyond just backing all those people, grew over time, and I really wanted to do more. I wanted to showcase the guitar because that is what I love. My coming to music was quite unexpected. I never thought that I would in any day be a musician because I studied accountancy.
Oh,
but my love for the instrument grew so immensely that it got to a time when after Lagbaja I traveled around the world with him. I wanted to do more. I mean, I didn't want to sing. It wasn't my thing. I just wanted to play. And at the time, I remember doing a couple of shows here in Lagos, and they will ask me, yeah, now let's sing now. And I'm like, I don't want to sing, I just want to play, Paul Play was one of my friends in those days where I had a show. I would call him and say, hey, Paul, come, because they want somebody to sing, That then informed my going to South Africa because I felt, I went through with Lagbaja through South Africa to Brazil. And when I got into South Africa in 2001, I felt, wow, this is beautiful. This place is nice. And in 2002, when we got back from the tour, I went to South Africa on my own just to check out the vibe. Fantastic place. The love and the appreciation. You could go into a record store and find a jazz record. In Nigeria, it was really difficult. I mean, you had to, either you were recording it or something from a DJ or something. So I then decided, you know what?
I take great exception to that.
Oh, right.
Are you saying that we don't appreciate that kind of music, that we're not enlightened enough to appreciate that kind of music in this country?
I think we're too enlightened, but the challenge is we have not monetized it. We have not been able to find the days of Premier Music and all this great
and Sony Music.
Sony Music.
We had the records
exactly.
to show. We had the CDs to show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, those days are gone behind us. Every artist now is a record label owner. There's no. I'm sorry, but the truth is there is no. There is no
clear, strong labels.
No structure to our industry.
Yes.
No structure. And I can't function where there is no structure, not because I don't want to, but because my kind of music, it needs a particular kind of, exactly. It needs a particular kind of people. And where are we going to find those people? Who are the people that listen to jazz? Where can we find them? What is radio playing right now? How many jazz music is being played on radio? How many jazz music is being played on air? Yeah, I'm sorry, but the truth is, it's really difficult for us. But I felt it's been like a few years when I've been trying to say, you know what, regardless of what the issues are, I need to come back home. I need to find the people and find a venue where we can converge every once a month or once
a
every
week
2 months.
or something.
Exactly.
And,
And
you know.
like what they did, I mean, he had his motherland, and we would go there every
Weekend,
last Friday
last
of the
Friday.
month, and
Yeah.
we just go have a good time.
That's right.
So we're trying to find that kind of thing where we don't care if radio plays it or not, as far as we can find the people who will come out and appreciate jazz in its purity.
Yeah,
Jazz
have your own little Ronnie
interpretation.
Scott somewhere.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
You know.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, when you look at where we are at, because having spent some time in South Africa myself and knowing the structure that you're talking about, at a point I used to say that this is my second home in Africa. But when you look at that kind of structure that they've been able to create, what do we need to do in Nigeria? Because we keep talking about it, but creating the structure and making it happen and having enabling laws that will kill piracy, because piracy is killing our industry. How do we begin to make this happen? Because it just seems so complex, but yet so simple.
It's very simple. The issue of piracy, for example, I think Nigeria is doing well in combating piracy in that, for example.
Really?
Yes, in that.
Since when?
I will tell you, let me give you an example. In South Africa,
Yeah.
a record is being sold for, the CD is sold for 100, average. 100 is 2,000 naira. Now, in Nigeria, a good record is sold for 150, which is what the pirates are selling them for. Now, that is a good way of combating. However, because the issue of the structure is not there, nobody's accounting for what is being sold.
Sold, yes.
Our problem is not just music, it is general. Accountability has been a Nigerian issue that music cannot solve for us. You understand? So we have to first start with our mindset. We need to first break down all the...
Are you thinking of the impossible?
Yeah, I mean, definitely possible. I mean, when we travel outside, we abide by the laws of the countries we go to.
Yeah.
In London, you will queue. You want to go into a tube, you would put your card there and go in if you're using an Oyster card. You know what I mean? We can do it back home. But when we get here, even get out of this place, before you even get out, the guy that is coming is not even trying to stop for you so that you can go. No, there is no law. No, everybody feels they're their own oga. I respect that. I'm not condemning anybody. I'm just saying that the moment we all sat down together and say, guys, let us change this, we will change it. It's very easy. We can do it. It's not
So
like
we should have a national conference on orientation.
Of course we can do it.